Hi there and welcome. We are currently in the Valentine Bay and these are your handover videos for your Swift Sprite Major 6 TD. Essentially in the selection of videos I'm going to show you how to set up and operate the caravan and pretty much how to get yourself going. So starting at the front, you've got your A-frame. Your A-frame has your hitch here, which is used to hitch up. You've got a breakaway cable. You've got your jockey wheel, which can go up and down, and then using this handle here can be pushed all the way up. You've got your handbrake, and then you've got your 13-pin electrics. Inside this front locker, you have your gas bottle here. The gas bottle is now fitted with a 2021 gas hose, meaning that it has another year of lifespan to it, and a gas bottle which has part gas in it. So it's connected on that point, and then just in here you've got your gas connection point. With once both these sides are firmly connected, you have to turn the gas bottle in the on direction, and that will begin to pump gas through. You do have a valve here. The valve needs to be in the down position for the gas to come through, as displayed on that diagram just there. There are 4 ports across the caravans via legs. So this is one, for example. You will have a leg winder inside the caravan. However, if you want it done a little bit quicker, get yourself a 19mm drill bit and a drill, and it's a lot easier to wind them up and down. Obviously, as well, you don't put the legs down first without leveling the caravan. So the front has to look like it's in line with the back for you to then realize that it's level, and then put down your legs. So 4 points, 2 at the front and 2 at the back. So making our way through the caravan. First up, we have the flue here. So the flue is used to get clean air in and out of your boiler. You don't have to do anything with this except make sure that there's no leaves or debris or anything that could obstruct the flow of air. Then next to it, we have your point for your water. So I'm not running water through it today as it is currently -2. So I will show you what the water pump looks like, but just for a bit of a demonstration of what it would be like. The pump connects onto this point here using a trigger system, and then you'll have an ack roll full of clean drinking water, and then you feed that water through by putting it in there. Next to it, you have your battery locker. So just fitted a nice 100 amp battery to it, and then you have your connection point for your mains lead, which I'm currently using, and then just behind it you have that black point there, which is used for your ignition key for your motor mover. Okay, just past the axle of the caravan you have these points here. So these are where your wastewater will come out of for your showers and your sinks. You'll have to get yourself some 28.5mm waste pipes and then feed it into a waste master. Then just above it, we have these 2 points here. These are for your toilet. So this first one here opens up using your key. Get yourself something like a watering can, and you can feed your water in, and this is for the flush mechanic on the toilet. Once you have filled it up, all you have to do is just shut it up, essentially. And just below it, you have your cassette for your toilet. So once this cassette is full, press up on the orange handle and pull it out. Get it to your emptying point on site. Twist this orange head to the side and open up this cap here. This cap is useful as well. Then you'll need to tilt, and at the same time as tilting, continually press in the vent button. I do recommend that once you've done that one time, get some fresh water, swirl it out, and again, tilt and vent. Then once you've done that, on this cap here, you have measurements in both imperial and metric, and these are measurements for your blue toilet chemical. So fill this cap with blue toilet chemical, put it back on, nice and firm, twist the head back to the neutral position, and then, whoops, it is on wheels, so you can push it through. Then you want this orange handle to sit just behind these teeth. However, do not drive the caravan, well not drive, tow the caravan with either of these two full. To empty this one here, you have just up here this little pipe. Now to empty it, you just take off the bung and let it release all the water. You especially want this drained during winter time, and if it does freeze, it may burst the pipe. So that's pretty much everything for the outside, and now I'll show you a few parts for the inside. Now I'm just going to show you the pump, but throughout the video you might hear this sound. This is nothing to be worried about, it's just a case of it is extremely cold outside and I've only just switched this on, so it is taking a while for it to heat up. So that noise is nothing to be concerned of. But going back, this is what you use for your water pump. So it connects onto this point here. So using your trigger, you press in, push it in, and then once you release the trigger, it cannot be removed. You have a strainer at the bottom, and you have to make sure that this strainer sits at the bottom of the water barrel, because if not, then it will begin to pull through air, which will make a horrible noise and can damage the boiler. Then you have this little plastic cover here, which goes over the top of your ack roll to make sure no nastiness gets in. As you can see right now, because it has been sat in the sink, it has curled up a bit. All you'll have to do is straighten it out, just so that you can make sure that the strainer does definitely sit at the bottom. Coming over here, you've got your first control panel. This control panel allows you to operate your water pump, your lighting, and a few other parts as well. So it is hand censored, so if I go like that, you can see it does wake up. On this front screen here, you've got that icon to show that the leisure battery is attached. You've got this icon here to show you that there's electricity, the time, which is currently wrong, which I will change, the voltage coming from the leisure battery, which is currently 13.2. Anything over 13 is good. And then along this side, you've got some controls. So this one in the bottom left, this is for your pump, for your water pump. So that's just gone off, turn that back on. Press that button in and that will begin to pump your water through once you're connected. Obviously, don't press that button if, like today, there's no connection on. This first button here, I press on. Let me press it in again. You can see that's for the front lights, and there's a truck reversing. This one here is for your dimmer lights. So press this in and you can see the top ones go off. And then if you do want to change the level of dim, you just press this button here and you can see gradually it does get lighter. It starts at 5, goes all the way up to 100. And then this top one here, this is for your awning light. So press that in, just go outside to check. And there you can see awning light connected just there. Turn that off for now though. Then if I press, so you've got up and down here, so press down and you can see that it's currently 14 degrees inside the caravan, 13.1 volts. No vehicle battery currently on the caravan because obviously it's not hooked up to a car. Solar power coming in, With it being inside, it's not going to get any solar power right now. And there you go. And then to turn that on and off, you've got that button in the right hand corner. So to just go over it briefly, you've got power, scroll button for the menu. This allows you to do the dimming for the light, awning light, dimmer lights, and then main lights and water pump. Next up, you have your trimmer control panel. So it's currently on the green mode, which means it's on sleep mode. But if I press in this dial, you can see that it does light up. It comes to this menu screen just here. By scrolling on the dial, it allows you to select onto different things. So first we'll start on the caravan with the thermometer in it. This is for your internal temperature of the caravan. So just had it set to 28, but I can go all the way down to 5 or off, and all the way up to 30 degrees. Then to select what temperature I'd like, so let's say 26, I'd press in on the dial. Then if I were to go back onto that caravan, oh, I must have just quickly moved it, but well, 26, there we go. Then if I press in again, you can see, there you go, 26. It will reach that temperature inside the caravan. It may take a little while, and then it will stay at that temperature. So just go off that. Next up, you have the thermometer in water. This is for your hot water, so you can either have it off, eco, which doesn't get it to the hottest temperatures, around 40, hot, around 60 degrees, or boost. Now boost will prioritize the hot water over the heating for 15 minutes. This is good for when you want to have a shower or something like that, but obviously because we got no water on today, gonna keep it off. Next up, we've got the canister with the electric bolts next to it. Now this is for what you want to use to heat the caravan. So you can either have strictly gas, a mixture of gas and 1 kilowatt of electricity coming from the mains, a mixture of gas and 2 kilowatts, strictly electric on 1 kilowatt, or strictly electric on 2 kilowatts. So for now, we're just going to keep it on mix 2. Gives you a bit of both. Whoops. And try and get my camera to focus here. Then you have your fan speed. So you can either have it eco, high, or boost again. Then you have this icon here. This one is for setting a timer for when you want your heating and hot water to come on. So if you're going somewhere else aside from the van, you can choose, oh, for goodness sake, there we go back on it. It does have a timeout phase. Press in. You can choose to have it start at a certain hour, so let's say 9 a.m, 9:15, and then end at 11:05, and that will set that up. So that turns off all the heating and hot water until that timer is done. Next up, you got your clock. So it is currently 10:22, so I'll set this for you now, in fact. 10:22. Then next one, you've got settings. So press in on that and you've got a load of different settings, and that's something that allows you to have a bit of a fiddle about with it. But that's how to operate the Truma board, and now I'll show you some other bits. Now, situated under the right hand side front sofa, you have all of this stuff here. This may look a little bit intimidating to some, but it is just a walk in the park. Just underneath here, you have your boiler, and then you have these parts here. So this part that says E-move across it, this is your motor mover. This grey box here, that is your battery charger. Then this silver box on top, this is for your trips and fuses. So if I open that up, you've got your fuses there. You've got your trips here, which you can see are all in the upright position. And then you have, right now, you can see that the charger is illuminated, as well as the heating and hot water. With both of them being illuminated, you know that both of those are going to work. If you want to completely shut down the system, you press down on this button. That means no mains will be allowed to come into the caravan, meaning the caravan won't be allowed to operate. Then you have these blue pipes here with this yellow valve switch. So it's currently in the horizontal position, which means no water can get through, and it's actually in a drain position. So from November to March, when you're not using the caravan or whenever it's really cold, have that drain valve in the horizontal position, because if there's any water left over in the pipes, that means it may have the potential to freeze up. So all it is, keep it like that. Then when you want to use it, switch it down, and that will allow you to have water come through. And then if you do need a touch more additional information on this fuse board, pull down this here, you have a bit of information telling you about what fuses do what. Now, it may seem simple, but it does catch a few people up. The toilet. The toilet, once you have done whatever you need to do, you press in on this button here, which you can hear and actually see the water come through, and that is your flush mechanic. Now, when you want to empty this, when the bowl is full, you have this lever just down below. If you press this away, you can see it opens up a catch. Shut the catch, pull it back towards you, and that shuts it there. That will go straight into your toilet cassette, and that will allow you to then empty it. Now, you have your gas cooker just here. You've got all the knobs on here, and you have this little switch. This little switch, as you can hear, is your clicks for your gas, and that allows you to then ignite. I will show you that all of these are working, but how to do it, you have to press in, twist to the side. Don't know if you can hear the gas. And then at the same time, press in on this button. So it's not going to be the prettiest bit of the video, but I'm going to show you that they do all light. And here we can see that they are all lit, and you do have a nice blue, clean, continuous flame. And that's how you know you've got healthy, good gas inside. Then to turn it off, back to the central position. Now I'll show you again for the grill and oven. Now, as you can see here, my flash has come on, but you can see the grill has both sides fully ignited with, again, the nice blue, clean, continuous flame. Turn it off, back to the central position. Then again for the cooker, you can see nice blue, clean, continuous flame. The only difference is, to turn up the heat, you twist it the other way. Obviously, similar to other cookers, it is a case you do have to preheat the oven. Now, lastly, you have your fridge operation. So your fridge can either operate off gas means or 12 volt, 12 volt meaning car battery. Then to switch this on, you press in on this grey button here, press and hold that in, you'll see it light up, and it will go back to its most recent memory. Its most recent memory being mains at full capacity. If you want to change the output, you've got this top button here. You press this once, it goes to auto. Auto switches to what the fridge thinks is the most powerful and best thing to use. If I press it again, it's going to go over to car battery, and you're going to see that this hazard light is going to light up because there's no car battery currently on. So it will begin to flash and beep you. And that's how you know if something else is wrong with the fridge, if it's not that. If it's a case you're using gas or something like that, and you've got no gas, it will again begin to beep. On the gas though, I'm just going to shut up for a second. Don't know if you can hear that on the video, but you can hear the gas begin to tick in and then ignite on the fridge. Once the ticking has stopped. That's how you know the gas is ignited. You can also see that when the fridge is on, you've got all these blue lights. Then if you want to change the amount of output coming to the fridge, you have this icon here. Press this once, you can see it goes to minimum, press it again, continually goes up to number 5, which is the maximum amount. When you are towing though, if you do tow, it will take 4 hours for the fridge to be fully chilled. So what you'll have to do is just chill it whilst you are driving, and then it should be nice and chilled for you when you get to your site. Okay, so that is pretty much how to operate this caravan. If you do have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. And yeah, I've shown you how to set up on gas mains, where things are, how to operate the cooker, the fridge, the toilet, and a few more technical bits. I've been Henry, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.